We're joined post-match by Senior Coach Chris Newman. Thanks so much for your time. Just take us through the emotions of that one. It was a pretty gutsy win. We're 2 down on the bench, behind early. What did you take out of that?
Yeah, it was a really hard-fought win. We started reasonably slow, but Footscray came with that pressure in and around the contest. They were able to get bulk opportunities inside 50, and we probably just not really that clean in terms of our possession. Just a few turnovers cost us goals, and they were able to capitalise. So it was really good that we were able to rectify that at the back end of that quarter, and then we just really weren't getting any benefit in terms of scoreboard pressure. So when we were able to convert a little bit late in the game, I think that was a little bit more reward for effort, and thankfully the boys sort of kept going with that pressure in and around the contest to provide our forwards with really good opportunities.
You mentioned that from midway through the first quarter till midway through the third, we had 18 shots in a row for 6 goals, 12. It was a potency we haven't seen for a little while. What do you think was behind that?
Probably our build-up in terms of our method building the ball up. Sometimes we went a little bit too quick earlier in the game. When we were able to sort of build it up a little bit more, but also counter that with a few opportunities that we won contested-wise, and we just had space over the back of the contest. So full credit to our forwards, able to capitalise on that. And I thought Boucher was really good at identifying space and using his speed. A lot of our tools were really exciting too, forward of the ball. So we want to try and give those blokes as much space as possible. But I think their work rate that's probably as high as I've seen their work rate today.
And then the last quarter was a really good response following 2 difficult final terms in the past 2 weeks. We were in it at 3-quarter time against both Collingwood and Essendon, but just fell away a little bit. What do you reckon? What was the message at 3-quarter time?
The message was to just continue on with our, some of our efforts. I thought in terms of just, genuine care for each other throughout the quarter. I think Dallas Willsmore had a couple of acts where he was able to bring others into the game. We really try and promote that as much as possible. So, I didn't really have to say too much, to be honest. The message was really in and amongst the group, the players. They've had ultimate buy-in really now for a few weeks, and hasn't gone our way in terms of wins and losses. When we played Richmond and Essendon, but I feel like our method's a lot better.
And then you mentioned Nathan Boucher, but he and Braden Kilpatrick in particular, 2 Box Hill listed boys, were both pretty good today. What did you take out of their performances? Yeah,
well, I said to him after the game, I thought that all of our performances were terrific. Those guys representing Box Hill today really dug in deep. They're only to mention a few. I thought that we had even contributors across the board, and that's what you need to do if you want to beat some of these teams. We knew that there was a little bit on the line in terms of ladder position and that sort of thing. Not the be all and end all in terms of our messaging, but it's always nice to be competitive with a team that we really rate. So it was a nice even performance.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to Port Melbourne next week. Thank you.